everyone, my name's Evelyn, and my project is on the Mexican American culture in Houston. So, the Mexican American culture is made up of passed down beliefs, values, and traditions from actual authentic Mexican cultures in Mexico. What I mean by that is when parents who are raised and born in the Mexican cultures in Mexico, they move to America and they tweak up their traditions, their culture, just their values, their beliefs, everything because they have to get accustomed to America. So then their first generation is born, and those are considered Mexican Americans, and they tweak up their culture and they have different beliefs. They pass down basically what they agree on. So I did Mexican American culture in Houston because Houston is such a big city and it's extremely diverse. So, for instance, in different cultures, it can be fast and easy for them to get accustomed around Houston, and in the Hispanic culture, in the Mexican American culture, it's not that hard to get accustomed around, to get adapted to Houston because there's so many Spanish supermarkets, there's Spanish speakers everywhere. Schools, they have the English second language classes, English as second language. Um, they have so many things that can get these Mexican Americans get accustomed to. So, the Mexican Americans have their own custom beliefs that are tweaked through generations. For instance, the Day of the Dead. That was my other project. In Mexico, they do a big parade. The kids don't go to school, and they participate. As a small town, they all participate and get to celebrate the Day of the Dead. In Houston, they won't have that, but some Mexican American cultures do celebrate it at home with their families. Um, so it's not as big as it is in Mexico, but it's still passed down and tweaked. It's still a holiday for some people. And then for 90% of the Mexican cultures in Mexico, since they're Catholic, during Christmas they celebrate the week of Christmas by singing Christmas carols, having a posada, which is like a party. They have like a piñata and kids have fun. And this is from what I remember when I would go to Mexico. And from also, I did read some sources, which I wrote on my paper, that say a posada is just basically celebrating life, celebrating Jesus' life, which is what Christmas is for. Um, so for the Mexican American culture, they celebrate Christmas on the 24th and they stay up till midnight. And growing up, I remember as a child, you get to open the gifts you know your parents got you, your uncles got you, not the ones from Santa Claus because Santa Claus was supposed to bring them when you're asleep. So you get to open gifts and then you go to sleep, you wake up and your family has food again and you get to open your gifts and play with them. That's a big Mexican American culture because I know in Mexico our traditions, well, my cousin's traditions are different, but here in America, this is what the Mexican American culture is typically like. Um, they raise their Mexican Americans raise their kids how they were raised. So, like I said, Mexican parents who were born and raised in Mexico, um, Mexican American first generation people tend to raise their kids how they were raised. Like they have decisions made in the family are usually you have to ask like, Mom, should I get this car? Do you think I should get this car? And you kind of have to get their opinion and basically not their blessing, but taking upon their, you don't want to let them down at all. They always put family first, no matter what. Financially, if my brother ever got locked up or something, I would let everything go and go help them. And that's how family is. In the Mexican American culture, family, you always put them first. They're family oriented. Like, I remember growing up, I would say, no, I can't go because I would hang out with my family. We always had family parties. And as I got older, I would just bring them to these family parties because I was always around them. I thought they were so cool. And to this day, I still think they're cool. So, lastly, one of the biggest Mexican American cultures um, thing they celebrate is the quinceañera. So I know that's a very popular thing in the Mexican American culture, just Mexican culture, period. But Mexican Americans still celebrate it. I know there's always 15s in the little reception halls, and little girls get inspired and want to wear a big dress, and they really don't know the meaning. The meaning is just like a little girl's passage to womanhood and celebrating in a big party the father-daughter dance, changing your childish shoes to high heels. It just has a big cultural meaning, and it's a good tradition that gets passed down. And that is it. Thank you for watching.